There is a moment, small, almost invisible, that happens just before you reach for the gift. All eyes shift. The room tilts. The air changes. Suddenly, you are no longer just present. You are observed. For some, this feels warm. For others, it feels like standing under a bright light with nowhere to hide. Receiving a gift is rarely just about the object itself. It is about attention, about focus, about being temporarily placed at the center of the emotional frame. And for someone who has spent years mastering the art of quiet presence, of blending into the background like soft wallpaper, this shift can feel startling. Your hands may hesitate before tearing the paper. Your smile might arrive half a second late. You might laugh, not because something is funny, but because laughter diffuses intensity. Why does this happen? Because to receive is to be seen, and being seen is not always simple. When someone gives you a gift, they are saying, "I thought of you." They are saying, "You mattered enough for my time." They are saying, "You were in my mind when you weren't there." That is intimate. For someone uncomfortable with visibility, intimacy feels exposing, like opening a curtain that was meant to stay closed. You may begin scanning yourself in that moment. Am I reacting correctly? Is my gratitude convincing? Did my face betray something? The mind turns into a mirror, reflecting every possible flaw. You become hyper-aware of your posture, your tone, your expression. The body stiffens, the chest tightens. The smile feels slightly mechanical. This is not ingratitude, it is vigilance. When attention lands on you, your nervous system may interpret it as evaluation, not celebration. Evaluation, a subtle test you didn't prepare for. Because somewhere along the way, attention stopped feeling neutral. It began to feel conditional. It began to feel risky. So when someone hands you a carefully chosen object, your body is not just processing kindness, it is processing exposure. You are being acknowledged, highlighted, temporarily magnified. And if you learned early in life that visibility invites criticism, comparison, or expectation, then even affection can carry a tremor of unease. It is easier to give. Giving keeps you in control. Giving keeps the spotlight elsewhere. Receiving requires stillness, and stillness requires allowing yourself to be witnessed. That can feel heavy. The weight of being seen is subtle. It doesn't announce itself loudly. It hides behind polite smiles and quick thank yous. But beneath the surface, something deeper is unfolding. A quiet negotiation between worth and discomfort, between warmth and vulnerability. Because to receive a gift is to momentarily accept this truth. You exist in someone else's emotional world. And for some hearts, that truth is both beautiful and overwhelming. There is a quiet belief that hides beneath the surface of awkward gratitude. It whispers, "Did I really deserve this?" Not in arrogance, but in doubt. For some people, love was never simply given. It was earned. Earned through good grades, through being helpful, through staying quiet, through not causing trouble. Affection arrived as a reward. Approval came after performance. Warmth followed achievement. And slowly, the nervous system learned a subtle equation. Worth equals output. So when someone offers a gift freely, without condition, without requirement, it disrupts that old formula. Because if nothing was done to earn it, then what justifies it? This is where discomfort begins. A gift given without transaction can feel destabilizing to someone who learned that care must be justified. If praise once came only after effort, then spontaneous generosity feels suspicious. If attention once followed success, then unearned kindness feels almost misplaced. You may find yourself mentally reviewing recent interactions. Did I do something special? Are they expecting something in return? Is this balanced? The mind searches for logic where there is simply affection, because unconditional gestures can feel like standing on ground without structure. There is no clear reason, no exchange, no equalizing act, just warmth. And warmth without rules can feel unsafe to someone who grew up measuring love like currency. There may also be an old memory, faint but persistent, of being told not to expect too much, of being reminded that nothing comes for free, of learning that asking for more makes you selfish. So when something is given without being requested, it doesn't just activate gratitude, it activates a deeper question. Am I allowed to have this? If love once felt scarce, receiving can feel like taking from a limited supply, like dipping into a well that must be preserved. There may be a quiet urge to minimize the moment. Oh, you didn't have to. This is too much. You shouldn't have. These phrases often carry sincerity. They are not false modesty. They are protective reflexes. Because accepting fully would mean believing something radical, that you are worthy without proving it, that you can be thought of without performing, that you can be loved without earning. And that belief for some feels unfamiliar. Unfamiliar things make the nervous system cautious. So instead of absorbing the gesture, you shrink it. You reduce its emotional intensity. You soften the spotlight. You subtly return the weight back to the giver by insisting it was unnecessary. But beneath that shrinking is something tender, a part of you that never learned how to receive freely, a part that equates love with effort, a part that still believes rest must be justified. The awkwardness, then, is not rejection. It is confusion. It is an old blueprint clashing with a new experience. Because when love feels unearned, the heart hesitates, not because it doesn't want warmth, but because it has not yet learned that warmth can exist without cost.